Well, I didn't have any wood for wingtips today, so I went to our local hobby shop and I bought a piece of half inch. Well, believe it or not, it was 5 pounds. I thought that was kind of unusual, but I don't need half inch. I need 1 inch. So I've doubled it up and added a 1/8 inch piece in the center. We're gonna glue these together, get them drying. There's a I've already kind of hogged out the area here for the bell crank to swing, and we'll get to that here in a second. Get that, pick that up. So the first thing I want to do on this is make a block. So we're going to use the Titebond to make a block. Pretend that you're, well, they don't do this anymore. Hey, Roy. Pretend that you're back in 8th grade working on the lathe at in school. I don't think they do anything like that today. Like it was 8th grade that I learned how to use a wood lathe. Let's check and make sure that it's, yeah. Got to make sure it's got even coverage all over because we don't want any bugaboos on this. It would be better to have 1 inch wood and not have this glue seam. It would be lighter, but this is what I've got to deal with. We need to get this block whittled down so it's a 1/4 ounce. I feel as long as you know what the weight is that you need at an end result, you can hit it pretty close. I'm doing this right now as a time management because I got other things to work on, but I need to get these blocks drying up. So I'll get some clamps on this thing. I thought I could do this a little faster than what I did, but it seems that trying to do an extra good job takes a little longer. You know what? I got some other clamps down there I can use. Oh, I'll just use these. We'll get this clamped up, drying, and then we'll square them up and then trace them out, cut them on the bandsaw, start shaping. One more clamp on it. Why can I never find anything when I want? I see that National Balsa. Well, first off, I called Randy Rich today. There's a thread on Stunhanger about his email doesn't work and his website doesn't work. Well, I had talked to him at the NAC, and I think I'm going to take over his website to make it work. Would you guys be in favor of that so you could get fuel easy? Just set it up so that when you make an order online, it goes right to his phone. He can ship it out. Now this glue here is quite surprising. It'll be dry in a half an hour, or dry enough to work anyway. I'm just about out of it too. But bought a gallon of regular Titebond. It's in the garage. It's dry already. In the gallon, it's hardened up. So I'm not going to be buying any more gallons of stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. See, I screwed up. Damn. Hey! Working 7 days a week. Great. In the house at the moment. Okay, good. I got your stuff done. I got one tank to do. I mean, I could whip it out in a day. But your box is packed already. It's lighter. The water evaporates. This will be all right because it'll get cut off. Now make sure we get it on there right. I got you some other stuff I put in the box too. Yeah. There we go. There it is. Been wondering where you been. Somebody said you got in a car accident. Because I've been asking about you. Where the hell are you? Let's see. Yeah, that goes down. We'll make it work. Did you know John Jordan passed away? My buddy. I just was today. Hey, Gary. I just today was looking at old messages from John, and I had sent him a parody of the Sons of Anarchy. It's called the Scoots of Anarchy, and these guys are on scooters. Him and I were talking. It was funny. I just kind of thinking and reminiscing of how much fun we had together. Okay. Okay, so now we got this done. Yeah, incredibly sad ain't the word for it. Every year we always got the same room. Yeah, that's true. Every year we had the same room. It was really weird to see my airplane on his bed. Okay. The tips are ready, drying. I guess I need to work on the lead outs. Went to the hobby shop today and bought that wood. I got some aluminum tubing. Shit, if you I didn't know he was unwell either. Let's get a weight on this wing. We'll see what it weighs without tips. It's grams, ounces. It's about 6.5 ounces. So I guess I can work on this, unboxing this off and get the cap strips on the bottom side of this one. This side's finished. Somebody was asking how rigid this type of light construction becomes. Well, I got to tell you, once you get the cap strips on it, top and bottom, you can't even look. I mean, they're solid. I can't really grab it to twist it, but it's solid. It is a lot of work, however. I need to, before I forget, I need to glue these cap strips on. Need to put a new tip on that. It's letting out too much CA. There we go. Got it. Yeah, we got some work to do out here. Okay, we need a new tip on this. It's letting way too much CA running out on the top side of the cap strips. We got to do the other side, so can't have that. Defrosted the refrigerator after 10 years today. That was 5 years and 5 years and date, and no, it was 8 years, not 10. Okay. Hey, Wayne. Alrighty, this wing is done. Except for sanding. This wing is done. And a tip. We'll get a tip on it. Yep, got a booger there. Got a booger there. Okay, Craig, take care. Good to see you again. I know you're still alive. We're going to have to pick that one off. That one there. When you get a turd on there like that, just take the knife. You could sand it, but see, gone. You know, I think I'm going to start detail sanding these things now. So we'll get a sanding stick going. Because these will be rounded over several times before we're done. 180. We don't want to use 180. We want to use 320. Oh, I still got to cut them things. Just like a never-ending project. This thing's taking a week. And I haven't been working on it that much. Only the time that you guys see me work on it is when I've been working on it. For the paid subscribers, I'm going to do a condensed video with voiceover explaining all the steps, because I got all this footage saved to my computer. Try to make a how-to lost foam build video. I think Bob Hunt's is 2 hours. We'll do ours in an hour. Talked to Bob today. He's doing good. He said to me, "How about that election?" I said, "Yeah, how about it?" So instead of, I used to go to Walgreens and buy all the fingernail files up. It's just as easy to take a popsicle stick and put sandpaper on it. Same thing. Piece of glue there. We're going to go over this several times. I mean, you probably won't see it, but round off all the corners. Shooting for that windy finish. Don't know if I can do it or not, but I do know this, that if you're going to do a windy finish, it starts way before you start painting. I'll get these sanded here. I'll start cutting and putting them blocks in. Yep, basically the finish starts now. We got to have limited mistakes. Because Wendy makes mistakes too. You may not believe it, but he does. I've seen it. Talked to him last week. But we got a lot of work to do on this wing to get ready. Probably about another 4 days, probably. I'd say, unless I work on it off camera. All right, so I showed you guys how to set up that cutting jig. We need to cut some more of them strips up. Then I can knock that jig off and free up this space here. So I got many sticks. I got one with 180, 80, and 320. Alrighty. It's 3/32. We don't want that. 1/16. There we go. I need the long. Get you one of these $20 saws. Best investment I ever made. Way better than the Zona saw. Now they got a couple different ones there at Lowe's. This one has fine teeth. Probably, I don't know, 40 teeth per inch, maybe more. For fine cabinet work. Now let's see if these fit. Oh, I can smell dinner. They don't quite fit. Or do they? Yeah, I got to cut them a little different or sand them a little bit. Let's try another technique in cutting them. They're a couple of thousandths too big, so the stop has some booger on it. The stop had some booger on it. Yep, there we go. Okay. We got We got about 18 minutes. You members and supporters out there, would you like that I did a video chat with you guys? You know, like a Zoom meeting, the Hangout meeting? Just don't know how many guys will participate. Okay, let's flip this over and do it on this cradle. We got cap strips on one side. You got to do it from the side that doesn't have them. I haven't cut my landing gear holes in it yet, just in case I can get the bell crank in there. I can go to fuse mounted gear. Let's see, green pencil. Where the hell is my pencil? Here's the case, but where is the pencil? The sticker. There, nope. Call me unorganized. Let's throw this out. Shit off the edge. See, this glue just about dry. That good stuff. I'm gonna go get some more tomorrow because this bottle's empty. Or maybe I can put some water in it and use it as watered down stuff. Where the hell did my pencil go? They didn't throw it out. It's a $25 pencil. There it is. Ah, you bitch. I broke it. Just a smidge too long. I'd like it to touch the ribs solidly, but about the only way you could do that is if you built the each time you put a rib in, you put this in, and just no way to do that. I mean, really. I mean, I suppose if a guy took a month to build one of these, you could do that, but you can't see it. So, what's the difference? I need a couple of strokes of the sandpaper on that. Hand fit. There it is. Maybe. Come on, don't give me a fit. Nope. Ever so slightly. Thank you, Arnie. This ain't giving me a fit. Now it's down on that end. Darn it. Not having a good day. Why? There it is. Man, talk about fishing it in there. Okay, we got that done. Do one or two more, and that'll be the end of our time. Maybe only one more. Would you guys like to see how these wings are joined together in the center? Or can I join them together and tell you about it? Not really a big deal, because I'll probably get that done tonight. So we can start doing the compression spars and I gotta. Not quite big enough. That'll be okay there. I know. Let me point this out to you. Get this in, and then I'll point something out to you so you can see how strong this becomes. Ah, you bitch. Okay. Go this way. It's a couple thousand's too big yet. There it is. My pain in the ass. Okay, before I end the program here, I'm going to show you something. Pay attention to this when you're building these type wings. Okay. Okay, this gets hollowed out. So there's a 1/4 inch all the way around that epoxy goes on. But the trailing edge, if you look inside the trailing edge, there's a block there. It's a 1-inch block. And that's what the bearing goes in for the control horn. But that block glued to these sheetings, glued to this, when you glue them together, epoxy goes on this. And once the wings are done, you cut this rib away. So it's not a big deal. It fits perfect. And that's what makes this type of construction so strong, is you're using your brain instead of wood. I have never never had a wing fold. Knock on wood. Because it could happen, but not likely. Then there's only epoxy around this 1/4 inch piece here. Then a basswood compression spar spans from here to here, 1 inch wide. This is oh shit, no, I can't even think of it. Old age. Not spruce, basswood. Basswood. So we want it 1 inch wide, and I'll come in and I'll taper it, and that's where the bell crank mounts. So once this is in underneath the sheeting is epoxy to this here. And then when the fuselage goes on, there's a plywood spacer. You can't pull that bell crank out. There is absolutely zero chance of ever pulling a bell crank out of one of my airplanes, the way they're put in. The lines will break, your handle will break, but you ain't pulling the bell crank out of my airplane. I know that I have pulled over 100 pounds with this setup, because all the weight was on the pull machine, and Traxler was standing on the pull machine. I pulled all the weight, him and the machine, about 5 foot. Go ahead, stack it on there. Shit. Alrighty, that's our hour together. I can smell dinner's almost ready. I'll continue to work on this and try to get it a little farther along for the next showing, so you don't have to sit through some of this piddly stuff unless you guys want to see that stuff. But I don't ever get any feedback. Because there's a lot of piddly stuff to do, and it just takes time. I'm still going to have to concave this trailing edge here so that my pocket hinges can fit in the socket. I got some 3/8 poplar dowels. I'll put some sandpaper on and start running it back and forth. Normally I use a router. I have a little, a Dremel router table, and I route that. But I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it the old way and sand it in there. I've done it this way a million times with the sandpaper and the dowel. And the dowel holds it in the track because we got about a 1/16 of an inch lip sticking up right here. That'll stick in with the dowel, and we'll just lower that probably another 1/16. So that's a 1/4 or 1/8. Now we got to go more than a 1/16. We got to go 1/8 of an inch down. And it'll take 10 minutes, probably 10 minutes aside. I dread the thought I got to wrap this bell crank. I just took the flashing off of it. Got to bush wrap and get this ready to go. All right, guys, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.